Declare amnesty, Taliban urge women to join government. The Taliban militant group declared an amnesty across Afghanistan and urged women to join their government. The move was taken to calm tensions in the capital Kabul after a day earlier there was chaos at the airport as scores of Afghans tried to flee their power. The Islamic Emirate doesn't want women to be victims, said Enamullah Samangani, a member of the Taliban's Cultural Commission, using the militant term for Afghanistan. They must be in the structure of government according to Sharia law, he added as quoted from France 24, Tuesday. The Taliban militant group declared an amnesty across Afghanistan and urged women to join their government. The move was taken to calm tensions in the capital Kabul after a day earlier there was chaos at the airport as scores of Afghans tried to flee their power. The Islamic Emirate doesn't want women to be victims, said Enamullah Samangani, a member of the Taliban's Cultural Commission, using the militant term for Afghanistan. They must be in the structure of government according to Sharia law, he added as quoted from France 24, Tuesday. Samangani's statement is the first statement about government from the federal level in Afghanistan, after their attacks across the country. The structure of the government is not completely clear, but based on experience, there must be a completely Islamic leadership and all parties must join forces, Samangani added. Samangani still did not provide details, but implied that people who knew the rules of Islamic law the Taliban hoped would follow. Our people are Muslims, and we are not here to force them to convert to Islam, he said. While there have been no reports of abuses or fighting in Kabul, many residents have stayed home and were fearful after the Taliban emptied prisons and looted weapons arsenals after taking power. Older generations of Afghanistan remember the Taliban's ultra-conservative Islamic views, which included stoning, amputation, and public executions during their reign before the US-led invasion that followed the September 11 terror attacks 2001. Under the Taliban, which governs according to a strict interpretation of Islamic law, most women are confined to their homes. The insurgents have sought to project greater moderation in recent years, but many Afghans remain skeptical. Afghanistan's leading TV station, Euronews, on Tuesday broadcast a news program with a female anchor interviewing a member of the Taliban media team. A number of female Afghan news anchors have been off-air since Kabul fell to the Taliban on Sunday, when the city withdrew in shock at the rapidly changing situation on the ground. Meanwhile, talks appear to be continuing between the Taliban and several Afghan government officials, including former Presidents Hamid Karzai and Abdullah, who once headed the country's negotiating council. President Ashraf Ghani previously fled the country amid the Taliban advance, and his whereabouts remain unknown. An official with direct knowledge of the talks, who spoke on condition of anonymity, because he was not authorized to tell reporters, said senior Taliban leader Amir Khan Muttaqi had arrived in Kabul from Qatar. Muttaqi was a former minister of higher education during the last Taliban government. Muttaqi had started to make contact with Afghan political leaders even before Ghani fled. Evacuation flights resumed on Tuesday morning after the suspension the day before as people packed the runway, trying to escape the Taliban takeover. After Monday's chaotic scene at Kabul's airport, many Afghans working with US, French and other Western embassies and NGOs stayed at home awaiting news of evacuation plans.